Hi, so this is how to install VirtualBox on a Mac Pro. This is what a Mac Pro looks like. This Mac Pro is running Sierra, so this is basically a Mac server which should run VirtualBox very well. This thing has about 16 gigabytes of memory into it, which isn't a huge amount, but it's enough for VirtualBox. So go to VirtualBox's website. Here we see 5.1. Go ahead and download it. The website will automatically know that this is for, no, I guess it doesn't. So since we're running OS X host here, 5.18 OS X host, this is the one you want here, AMD 64. So make sure it's DMG, which it is, 89.0 megabytes. Download it, save it to this downloaded area. Here we see it's downloading into Firefox download area, so it's going to go to the download folder from the Firefox browser, which I'm using on Sierra. So this is Apple's latest OS called Sierra, which I'm very happy with. So now we have this thing downloaded. Let's go ahead and install VirtualBox. Here's how to install VirtualBox. Go to the downloads area here. There's our downloads area. There's VirtualBox right there. Double click on this. Opening VirtualBox, verifying. Give it a minute. Close this up. Finishing. Okay, here we go. Double click on this icon here. Okay, can see if it'll install on here. VirtualBox. Continue. It looks like it'll do it. Okay, we'll take default locations, install. We got to put in the account here I'm using. And the password to give us privileges to install on this thing. Let's put it in. Writing files. Installing to an SSD here, so it shouldn't take a long time. It says 5 minutes, but it's going to fly through this. Less than a minute. Okay, successful. Close the installer. Move it to trash. Sierra moves all the stuff to trash. It's installers. All goes to trash automatically now. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is, since you're going to use VirtualBox a lot, you want to put the icon on the bottom tray here. Right now, VirtualBox is not on the bottom tray. So go to your applications folder here, find VirtualBox, probably at the bottom here where it is installed. There it is. Click on the mouse with this finger here and drag it down to the tray. So watch this, drag it down. Okay, there's VirtualBox in the tray. Close up the applications folder. Now we're going to open VirtualBox. Looks like it's up and running. So now that VirtualBox is open, you could say new, you could say Ubuntu, and it knows, okay, Ubuntu, yeah, 64-bit Linux, continue. We have 16 gigs in this thing. I guess it would run on 1024 fine. Set up a hard drive. Yeah, we could do that. Let's see how fast this works. 8 gigabytes. Sure. For this demo, I'll take 8 gigabytes. 8 gigabytes is fine. VDI is the best one to use for this thing. I'm going to go fixed size of 8 gigabytes. 8's probably not enough. Let's take it to 16 gigabytes and see how fast it'll allocate it. I have a Patriot SSD, 512 gigabytes underneath this machine that's running Sierra on this thing. Let's see how fast it'll create this thing on the SSD. 2 minutes, 1 minute 15, 1 minute 16. Okay, so it's grinding away here on the creation of a 16 gigabyte file. Let's see. So we'll let this thing just install here and see how it goes. So if I had Ubuntu ISO on here, we could then install Ubuntu on here and show you how that goes. We'll do that in a later video. I just want to run through some of the settings on this thing and show you how it works after we get a good VDI in here of 16 gigabytes for Ubuntu. So anyway, you guys probably all know this stuff, but maybe some people don't. So this video will be useful to some people that have not used VirtualBox before and might be a little skittish of it or thinking, is this really going to meet my needs? So you can watch this and evaluate. But anyway, it works great on Sierra so far. Okay, so now it made the VDI. There. So we got a machine here powered off. Let's go through some of the settings that we can set on VirtualBox. So the machine's called Ubuntu Linux 64-bit, which is good. Here we have different settings here: system display, storage, audio, network, ports, shared folders, and user interface. So one thing I do know is these machines usually want to have something called VirtualBox extensions installed. So here, let's see if we can install VirtualBox extensions. I don't see it anywhere. So usually you can install VirtualBox extensions on this thing. Machine, no. Okay, it's not going to let me do all that stuff. Anyway, we got this machine here, Ubuntu. Here's the system part of it. So you might want to up the processors on this thing. Right now I got one CPU. This machine has 12 CPUs in it, and it's got 12 virtual CPUs that Intel provides, so you could definitely give it 2 CPUs and not worry about it. There's 2 CPUs. PAE and X will give the VM access to accelerated features that are on the Intel chips, Intel CPUs. That's always a good thing to take. Acceleration. I'm going to leave this default now because this can cause some trouble sometimes, so leave it default. And we'll say, okay, take these settings. Go back into settings again. Take a look at the display. Video memory is pretty low. I have a lot of memory, so I always max this thing out to 128 megabytes if I can. One monitor, scale factor. Acceleration, I think 2D is safe. No, it's not letting me take 2D. I can take 3D. These tend to cause trouble, so I'm going to not take those right now. I'm going to leave them off and accept those settings. Go back into settings here and take a look at storage. This is where you want to mount your ISO image or dismount it. You can also mount it automatically when you start the machine. Audio, I've had trouble with this thing, but it looks like now it's saying that the audio is okay with Sierra. So Sierra and VirtualBox are getting along well with the audio now, which is good. Network, okay, so right now we're on NAT. NAT means that this is going to get like a 10.0. something address. If you want to get an address right from your Wi-Fi box in your house or from your corporate network at work that will give you DHCP, then go ahead and go to bridged adapter. Bridged adapter will, okay, and in my case, I have a Wi-Fi port, which it's smart enough to realize I'm using that right now for my live network. This thing also has an ETH 0 and ETH 2, which I'm not using, ETH 1, ETH 2. Going to go with the Wi-Fi port. You could also change the type of chip it is. You could change the MAC address also. I'm not going to mess with these. So those are fine the way they are. And if you had more adapters, you can put more virtual adapters in your VM. I'll just use one for now. Go back into settings, and we did network ports. You can actually have serial ports in this thing, they're virtual. And you can pass in USB also from your host machine. You can also have shared folders. And I haven't really messed with the UI yet. Let's see what that does. Anyway, that's about it now. And look at the next video, and we'll show you how to install Ubuntu as a guest or as a VM on Sierra on the Mac Pro. So I hope this piqued your interest in VirtualBox. And if you got a Mac Pro with Sierra, it'll work fairly good on there. So thank you for watching this video. I hope this was helpful to you, and have a great day.